Hello, welcome to Sim Finance, where we say commit that sin now, start that investment planning now, start that retirement planning now. Whatever you think will be beneficial to you, the environment in which you live, please start it now. And the best time to plant a tree is actually today. If you recall, we had discussed about investment club in our last video, where I spoke about two or three people coming together for the sole purpose of putting money together to invest in real estate and get rental income. I went further to say this club also can be used for some other purpose, not necessarily just for real estate purposes. But I was looking at real estate purposes because I know the enormous investment that is in real estate space, and also I know that is a space where you can rely on when you retire. Now, a lot of people will say that why do I have to think of retirement now? I've just started my career. I'm young. The truth about it is that today is the best time to start. Regardless your age, your demographic, career ladder, you should start now. You should start now. And it's not just about you're just thinking about when I retire, how I'm going to spend my money. Yes, but you see, your retirement plan is encompassing, involves and includes your children, your marriage, where you want to live, how you want to live your life, your monthly expense, your future expense, your health. Everything is encompassing in retirement. So today, I would like to know, how do you see your retirement when you retire, and what plans do you have? I thank you for joining. If you've never been a member of this community, I would say please subscribe. Go back and watch our previous videos so you would understand where we're coming from and what our aim is, where we want to go. And this journey will take us there. I believe so. Thank you for joining. My name is Funke. Now, today I want to talk about something I have tagged my money and I. How do you view your money? Do you view your money as a partner, an abusive partner, a distant cousin that you just go check on when you so desire? Or you see that money as a partner that you have to use to achieve everything that you have set your mind to? I would say this, please see money as a partner, a dependable, reliable partner. That when you send an errand, it will deliver. Whatever you tell it to do, it will deliver. So today, on Your Money and I want you to evaluate your relationship and tell me, what's your relationship with money thus far? How have you viewed your money? For me, there are three things that is very important in your relationship with your money. Do you track how you spend your money? Do you save your money? Do you invest your money? Because if you don't track how your money is being spent, then you're not ready for this journey. But if you start tracking today, you know where your money is going to, then you can now start saving. Then you can now start investing. In one of the videos, I had said that please do your research before getting into any form of investment, most especially shares. You see, to understand shares, buying of shares, and the dividends thereafter, you need to do some form of research. In short, any classes of asset, you need to do some form of research. I'll tell you a story. I think sometimes in 2007, if I'm not mistaken, I actually bought First Bank shares at 33 naira, and I invested 330 naira into that shares. It wasn't but then the share market was very, very juicy. But guess what? In 2008, it was like a mirage. Everything went haywire. There was a time that share that I bought for a unit for 33 naira actually became 7 naira, if I'm not mistaken. My 330,000, you can imagine how much it became. But guess what? Today I'll be talking about some class of assets that experts will be managing for you. And believe me, you won't be like me in 2007. I say that to say today, when we are talking about your relationship and your money, we will be diving into mutual funds. What are mutual funds? Mutual funds are funds managed by mutual funds manager under the assets management companies. They are licensed by SEC. What they do is they bring people together to put their money into a pool. They now take this money, just like an investment club, but now it's being managed by an expert. They take this money, they put it into various classes of assets. And these various classes of assets would go along the line of fixed income, mutual funds, money market, mutual funds, there is the ethical mutual funds, and so on and so forth. And what do? They get money from investors like you and I, pull this resource together, do the research, those shares that you think you want to buy alone, they will look at it and they will invest your money in different percentage into these classes of assets. So like me that lost my money, I didn't lose it. I still have it there, but it has really lost value from 33 naira that it used to be. But they will help you manage it, and the return is the trajectory you can imagine. It's just up there. So mutual funds are low risk investments. And I would say this, ensure that any asset management company you're putting your money to are licensed by SEC. SEC stands for Security and Exchange Commission. So when you want to start investing into those mutual funds, please ensure that those companies are licensed by SEC. And these companies, as I earlier said, are management companies. I know that we have the likes of ARM, asset management, we have IBTC, we have FSDH, we have banks also that have asset management companies. I know Sterling Bank recently got one on their books because they recently became an holding company. So they have an asset management arm now that you can talk to. FCMB also have one. So we have a lot of them. Speak to them today and start that investment. So how do I want you to start? You can start as little as 5,000 naira. 5,000 naira. Month on month, you put that money in a mutual fund company and they help you to weigh the risk, invest the money, and by so doing, in years to come, you have money that you can rely on, money that you can use to send your children to school, money that you can use to do that marriage, money that you can retire on. Imagine doing 50,000 month on month. That means that in 10 years, you'll be sitting on millions of naira and the risk is minimal. You don't have to do any research. Just give it to mutual funds managers and they will invest in treasury bills for you, fixed deposit shares, you will have dividends, and believe me, you will be smiling to the bank. So today, I'm asking you, what's your relationship with your money? Don't you think you should start putting those money in mutual funds that will give you beautiful returns? I know that the mutual fund returns is an average of about 24. Start it now. And that's why I am saying go to do mutual funds because they will invest this money in different classes of assets that at the end of the day you would make the returns. It might not be immediately, but believe me, in another 2, 3 years, you will say thank you to yourself. Your money will say thank you to you because you have kept that relationship alive by investing the money. If you send your money on an errand, it will go. I did some research and I'll put the research link in my bio. I would like you to go there and just look at these classes of mutual funds that I have spoken about. It's an encompassing write-up by one of the mutual funds manager that I've earlier mentioned. And believe me, when you do that extra study, just to know what kind of asset class your money is going to, you will go to bed and your money will work for you. And that is what this platform is about. I need your money to work for you. I need you to send your money on errands. I need you to relax and have a blissful retirement. If you start those planning now, I can tell you, you can have mutual funds that you've earmarked that this money, as I put it aside, is going to be for my daughter, my wards, their school fees in the future. This education is not cheap, so you have to start those planning now. Wedding is not cheap. The party, the fun fair, you need money. Start planning now. Start putting that 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira, 50,000 naira into a mutual fund and watch it grow. Do you have 150,000 every month after you've tracked your expense? I advise you to today put it to a mutual fund. If not for you, for your children. If you're not thinking you need the money, your life is comfortable now. But for your children, do that. I can tell you, you will tell your money thank you, and your money will tell you thank you because it's a win win situation. What I'm telling you today are things that I have tried and tested, and I know it works. Hence, I'm saying just put your money in with mutual funds managers and they will manage it because they are trained to do such. You can walk up into your bank and speak to your relationship managers also. That's why they call them relationship manager. They help manage your money. I can tell you they will give you advice on some other classes of assets that you can put your money in within the banking space. There are classes of assets. I can give example. They have treasury bills that they get from CBN. They have bonds. They have even euro bonds. This euro bond, yes, it's called euro bond, but you do the investment in dollars. So for our brothers and sisters in diaspora that are thinking of coming back home someday and want to invest their money and get the return, I say you should do euro bonds. And I know that the last euro bond was about 8.9% returns. I don't think there's any return abroad, America, UK, that you can put your money in that will get you that kind of return. There's no investment, there's no class of investment. I had to Google their asset management portfolios, the kind of products they have, and I can tell you, we do better out here. So for my brothers in diaspora, bring those money in here. Invest in those euro bonds. Is you're investing into the government, and Nigeria is a sovereign country. Will pay you back, and you'll be happy you did. That's for our brothers in diaspora. For my brothers in Nigeria, I ask that let's do this together. Let's start those investment planning now. Let's get into mutual funds. They are easy, they are safe, they are low risk, and believe me, in another 4 or 5 years, you will thank yourself for doing it. Thank you for joining and see you in the next video. If you are yet to subscribe, please go ahead and subscribe because here will make you see why you should start investment for your retirement. Thank you.